So Kingsley Muti is going to be a completely new way of delivering pharmaceutical care to the Isle of Man and wider. We've got two parts of the business. We've got the wholesaler, which will be about medicines distribution at a local level to increase medicines resilience on the island, to make sure that the residents of the Isle of Man get better medicine supply, but also as a global distributor all across the world using the Isle of Man as a hub.
Why have you chosen the Isle of Man to base?
So the Isle of Man, we think, gives great opportunity. It's got a really forward-thinking look on healthcare. We think it's going to be a way in which we can actually use the connectivity of the Isle of Man as a set within the global infrastructure of the world to transport links all over the place. So we think it's the perfect opportunity, sitting where it does for transport links across the world.
What makes it stand out compared to other distribution hubs and really make it revolutionary, not just for the Isle of Man, but for pharmaceuticals in general?
So we think it's going to be revolutionary. We know it's going to be revolutionary because of the way in which the Isle of Man both allows us to trade in a way which is flexible. It gives us the freedom to flourish, if you believe the spin, which is absolutely true. And it actually gives a regulatory framework which allows us to trade in a really high standard but flexible way to be able to deliver that high quality global care.
And what can Kingsley Muti offer to Manx residents?
So I think for Manx residents, there's two parts of the business. There's the wholesaler, which will absolutely increase the medicines resilience and the supply chain on the island to Manx residents, irrelevant to which pharmacy they use. We can sell to local pharmacies all over the island. But also we're planning as well some on-island care here. So we'll actually be able to dispense from the site through state-of-the-art robotics to be able to dispense medicines quickly and efficiently, deliver them to your home or collected here. And we're also got 3 consultation rooms, so you'll be able to see highly trained clinicians for problems that you may have. So as a pharmacist, I've done extra qualifications. I can write any prescription a GP can. So we'd be able to help with that on the day demand so that Manx residents can actually be seen quicker through a clinician, which again will benefit everyone, including the wider healthcare system.
You touched briefly on the robotics. Now, I know that you've got a very impressive robot coming in here, but could you just tell me a little bit more about it?
Yeah, so the robotics is amazing. It's made by a company called Meditech. They're based in Belgium. Will be the second Meditech robot in the UK, the first, we think, on the Isle of Man. And it will be able to dispense up to 100,000 prescriptions per month if needed. And the speed and the accuracy and the efficiency is fantastic. To see it working is brilliant. And it's also, we were worried about it maybe breaking down. And we've been assured that actually these are one of the most reliable robots anywhere in the world. They're placed in all sorts of remote islands all across New Zealand and Australia. And the only bit that may break is the head. And we've been told and will be shown how to change it. 6 bolts and a new head will be on site. So we know that it's going to keep working and working to maximum capacity to help the Isle of Man residents.
And it can deliver up to 100,000 a month, but per day, or how many can it store at one time, and how does it sort through all the prescriptions?
So it's amazing. So the prescriptions will be labelled still manually, and then what will happen with that then is it will actually pick those medicines that are needed and are labelled applied by a human being. So we still need human beings in the process. But the other thing it does is it sorts our stock control. It managed to move the dates of the products around, so whichever is the shortest date comes out first. So it really helps with things not going out of date, making sure that the business runs efficiently but people get great products.
On Ireland, there's a bit of like a large concern really that pharmacies do run out of stock and there is a lack of supply, and then people will go in not be able to get the drugs they want. But here you guys don't think you'll have that issue, do you?
No, so there's 2 things with that. So the robot will actually be able to, using AI, map what we use and use the most of, so that our stock holding should map our demand, which means that we shouldn't have any issues with stock holding given the way in which the business grows. But also the fact we've got the wholesaler here that we're stood in right now means that we'll be able to hold an excess of stock for ourselves or for other pharmacies on the island. So we think that that will benefit both our business but also the wider pharmacies on the island.
And pharmaceuticals isn't something just like I could just walk into, do you know what I mean, and be like, oh, that'll be grand for anyone. So you are really, it's an expert, you're an expert in the field, so could you tell us a little bit about your background in pharmaceuticals?
Yeah, of course, yeah. So my background as a pharmacist, you need to train for 5 years at university. I've had a background, I've worked at St James's University Hospital in Leeds briefly. I've been a partner in general practice for 5 years. I'm currently the CEO of Community Pharmacy Cornwall and the chair of the National Pharmacy Association, which represents all independent pharmacies across all 4 nations. And again, it's not just me, it will be part of a much wider team of people that are highly trained. So pharmacy technicians, dispensers, those people that will really make a difference, because it's not just the technical expertise, it's the people that you deal with which make a real difference. So us building a really strong, stable team, a family atmosphere is really important to Kingsley Muti, and one of the reasons I love the Isle of Man.
And from the consultation rooms, because obviously the robot's going to be amazing, the storage here is fantastic. What can people expect from the consultation rooms and what can they come here for?
Yeah, so we're still working on that and building that up, but at the minute with the things that we're thinking of are things I would describe as what we call on-the-day demand. So as a dad of 5 myself, you know, you end up going, oh, actually the kids are a bit snotty, they need some antibiotics, look in their ears, you know, that type of thing that you would need. You can just walk in, get a prescription, walk out again, and I think that that's going to be revolutionary. The other things we're looking at as well is both men's health, women's health, menopause, contraception. We're also in consultation with the GP about doing minor operations such as removal of skin tags, checking of moles, making sure things aren't cancerous. So we're going to start with that range of suite and then build it as the demand grows. But we're hoping to have a team of both prescribing pharmacists, nurses and GPs potentially on site.
And when do you plan on opening?
So the big question is, we are hopefully go live date on the 2nd of January 24.